7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
So, guys, very good afternoon to all of you. Once again, here is your host Siddharth Stephen, and today we have entered into the next round of the zonal rounds, and all the people out here, specifically our participants, are actually the winners that you chose to move up the ladder and enter into the zonal rounds. So we have Aditya, Pooja, and Priyanka with us, who are now all set to battle up in the zonal rounds. And the best part is that today we are honored by our corporate moderator. His name is Mr. Mayank Mishra. He is from Windows World Group, and he would be actually our corporate moderator for the day. So, sir, the stage is all yours, sir. You can take charge of the group discussion.
Right. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
All hear us and loud and clear. So all of you can probably hear each other.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Is Priyanka there? Priyanka, can you hear me, Priyanka?
She is back, sir.
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Right. Okay. So you have the topic in front of you, right? My name is Mayank Mishra to be introducing you. And I'm from the HR field, almost 15 years of experience now. So the topic is excellence in any field versus multi-skilling, right? So I would request how we will have it. We will start with a minute or so from each participants. Then I will throw this as an open forum. And after a certain period of time, I like you all to conclude on your points, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So Priyanka is not there, I think. She's
Yes,
there.
sir. She's having a little connectivity issues. I think she's
I
back.
I think we can give her almost 2 minutes.
She's back, sir.
She is back.
Right, sir.
Right. So Priyanka, I was talking that we will give 1 minute to each of you to probably say something on the topic, then have the discussion, and then we will conclude with each and everybody giving the last and the closing comments. Right. So let's start with you first only, or you want to take
Sure, sir.
right? Go ahead, please.
May I start, sir?
Yes, yes, please.
Okay. So, good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. I am Priyanka, and I am majoring. So, am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Priyanka, and I'm pursuing my BA in majoring in public administration honors. And today I'm going to give my views upon the topic excellence in any field versus multi skilling. So, I would like to start by saying that be it any corporate world or any other profession, all involve of inter and intra departmental activities based on human resource. And as I will say that I am in favor of multitasking. So when it's not about mind your own business or stick to your own skill kind of atmosphere. It's more like if we multitask, we add value to the work and we explore other streams, right? So the focus is on all round development. And if there's see now there's increase in recession on the onset of COVID-19. So the need to know and learn more has become very imperative. A lot of firms are on the verge of implementing multi-skilling training initiations. So the corporate sector of today expects a lot more from us than just sticking to our own kind of forte, and it wants to us to upgrade our skills and productivity. And every profession expects us to be skilled and contribute to work outside our job profile. And companies and businesses do it because it makes them cost effective and efficient in terms of resource management. And multi-skilling helps us in avoiding redundancies in the system and gives an added advantage which the company can encash at the time of contingencies, right? And it creates a pool of employees that fits into the job profiles, reducing the pressure and increasing their output.
1 minute. Thank you.
So it is like an add-on. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Now, can we have Aditya?
I was just So can I just conclude in one line?
We'll ask you in the session only when I open the forum for all of you, right? 1 minute,
Right, sir.
right? Aditya, can we start?
Agree with the Priyanka, what she said actually. Since it's a globalized world and every company, every technology which we are creating right now is, it's an hybrid technology. Like let's say if you are a mechanical engineer, it's not that if you just good at mechanical engineering, you have a good knowledge of mechanical engineering, you will excel in that field. Because right now, if you see around the world and even in India, automation is taking place in every automobile industry and every sort of industries like oil industries as well. So there's a need of for mechanical engine. There's a need that mechanical engineers should know about the electronics as well, and that sort of give example that multitasking is very beneficial for any company. And most of the time, right now, companies are also looking for multitasker. Like if you just look for the software engineering jobs, they will be expecting not for a back end jobs only, they will looking for you should know about the app development, or you should know about how to manage the browser, web development and all. And even if you just
Thank
go
you,
in the
Aditya.
science, uh, yeah,
So 1 minute is over, Aditya.
all right, sir.
Right. Now we have Pooja as well. Can we start,
Hello,
Pooja?
sir. Yeah, I agree with Aditya and Priyanka. So, skill is the ability coming from one's knowledge, aptitude, and practice, and which actually results in excellence. So, in order to become excellent at anything, we need to develop an efficient method, planning, and we need to organize it very well. The method could be critical thinking, attention to details, and anything which often leads to a series of skills or a multiple skills. So, as the companies face the constant challenge of cutting costs, focusing on what they are good at, they will surely want to employ those people who have multi skills, or who have those skills which are required by the companies. So, also multi skills helps us in growing individuals' needs, better growth of ourselves, helps in accomplishing personal goals, and all that.
You've still got minutes, seconds as well. Got, you can speak up again.
Okay. So,
uh,
hello.
Yeah,
Am I
go
audible?
ahead, please. Yeah, sure.
So, sir, all that I want to say is, if we have multiple skills, we are able, like the opportunities are open to us, and it's like the current scenario, we have no job security. So it's like in the changing job structures, it's all we need is like if we
Thank
have
you.
multi skills.
Thank you. So all of you are in favor of probably multi-skilling, and probably I have to be say against all of you being a moderator in this in the session. I
no,
feel that
actually,
excellence, let me put my point and then I'll open this. So excellence is something which is relevant always, but there might be a certain situation which you might be multi-skilled. This is only a thought I'm putting it across for all of you to now discuss and have this session moving forward. So the forum is open to all of you, and you can discuss. So, and then we will have the closing comments. Go
See,
ahead.
I agree with you that excellence is really important. Like there are two aspects to see the situation actually. Like if you talk about if you talk about a corporate world or a technological company, they will looking for a multitasker, or they don't need sort of very excellent in one subject or something. They just need, they want to cost cut, and they want the efficient working environment. That's why company look for the multitasker. That is preferably preference for the companies actually. But excellence comes when you are doing some research work and all. Like if you are, let's say if you are just a physicist actually, physicist, if you are just, like in Bauer Atomic Research Park, if you take an example. So in that, there's a team of physicists, and which are excellent in, sort of all the theories of atomic and molecular physics and all. But there would be a team which will be, creating such a big accelerator as well. Those people would be some mechanical experts, some electronics experts, and some, sort of material experts. So it excellence actually, I would say, is needed whenever you just have to do something focused work, some focused project. But if you just working thinking of a corporate world, like if you're a manager, in a manager should know everything. If you are looking for an investment, you if you're looking for investment, so you should know the environment, the know-how about everything, like how the world is going, how the big economies are working, and how the things are going there. So I think that excellence, it's not needed all the time. But yeah, if you're doing some specific job, some specific project, then definitely it's needed. Like if just take an example in physics as well, like in material science. Normally people call it as, it's not a specialized thing, because in material science, if you just wanted to research about anything, you should know about, chemistry, you should know about some there are some applications of that in bio as well. So that is something, a pure science, I would say, that you don't need an specialization of physics only. You should know about the chemistry as well. You should know about how the material works. You should know about the experimental physics, how the mechanics is taking place in the during the characterization of that material. But that's that's just I want to make a point, is that in a product company, if you just wanted to make a product, you are not doing an R&D and something. So I would say that excellence is not important. Multitasking is more important, more cost effective and sufficient for a firm. That's it.
Anyone? Pooja and Priyanka?
Yes, so I want to add in this, like you said, like specialization is also important, right? So I would say that specialization makes like a person very efficient in what he's doing. I agree to that. And it also like has a reputation of expertise for that person. But having said that, it limits the opportunities when the area of specialization is less important. Like we have certain like corporate sectors where we need every kind of skill. So if we have like a specialization, we might be expert, but later, like in between, we might feel bored and very like less focused, and we wouldn't have that much of motivation. And also it limits the opportunities of the person. Usually at the beginning, specialists tend to get higher pays, but when it's it's there's a question of innovation. I don't think specialization can work as such, uh, as compared to what multi-skilling can do.
Okay, so you want to say that I can be jack of all trades and have no excellence at all. So there might be a situation that people would be working, say, let's take an example, like out of 10, they might be working for 2 points and leaving the 8 points for others. Who will do the other 8 points? Anything, Pooja, Priyanka, Aditya? I'm just opening this and trying to say be a little more innovative in this session.
Sir, I think like if you just see, like if just there's a production line, I would say, in production line, there's a sort of if you're just wanted to do some production of any product, so there's a sort of algorithm of that you have to start from the material, then you would just go for the processing thing, and then you will go for the packaging and all, and then that would be delivered somewhere, right? So in that company, in that sort of factory or something, that production unit will look for the people who are versatile, like they can do because if you are just looking for in production line, you need an uh, you are not required to have an expert in about machines. You just need to operate that, okay? And in that case, company would be looking for people who know about operating more than one machines, or they can handle more than one type of but I'm just talking about like excellence is needed there, where you have to do some specific work, like for example.
Going this way and that way. Yeah, seesaw.
No, I'm not.
Go ahead,
I'm
go
not
ahead.
showing. No, no. Actually, yeah. If you are just a production company, if you're looking to create a new brand, so definitely there need a people who are excellent in particular fields, because that is important there. But in normal scenario, in normal technological company, if you're just make wanted to make a product, there's no need of excellence in particular field. If you are versatile, if you know operating one more than two machines, there's no problem. That would be a benefit for the person. Or even that also improves that also improves the job possibilities for them as well. Like if you know about the like if you are a manager, if you are an MBA graduate, if you know about the software skills, you have a good software skills, so definitely in situation like COVID-19, it's an emergency situation, laying off taking place everywhere. But if you're a manager and if you know the coding skills very well, you're good at coding, you have a good engineering background, so definitely you will sustain, because company would be looking for people who can cut the cost, because that one manager could be would be equivalent to that could serve as a coder as well. So
Pooja and Priyanka, you want to say something in contradiction to Aditya, or
Yes,
maybe,
sir, I
yeah, go ahead, please.
so I want to also add, like he said that if there's excellence, so the person doing it will be proficient, no doubt, but he will have the same set of tasks to do again and again, time and over, and what will happen? It will result into absenteeism at a certain point, and this will bring the company the cost of employee turnover. So that is, I think, drawback of specialization. If you have excellence in the person, and the employees are not showing up to your into your company, that is, I think that's a very big drawback, and it involves a lot of cost to training the employees as such. So I think if the person's multitasking, he'll enjoy what he's doing, because he's different set of work. And multitasking doesn't necessarily mean that you have to forget your work. It is focusing on your work, as well as moving on to the add-ons, so that you can serve the company better.
Good point.
If the person working will get monotonous, so he will it will hamper the output of the workers as well as the output of the company, because it can lead to absenteeism, and multitasking resolves the power of manpower crisis, I think, to a large extent.
Pooja, is there anything you would like to say on this? Is Pooja there? I think we lost her.
She's not there.
I believe she disconnected, sir. Probably once she's back, I'll just try to connect her back. But in the meantime, we can.
Okay. So, say excellence is very important, and both of you have got good points for having multi-skilled people. Yes, there are organizations which you will probably have multi-skilled people, which would be more. Those organizations would not have that much of say excellence work. Like if you go into the production units, then you will have excellence work, and uh, there would be excellence which will be required, like the quality, right? Then there would be organizations therein wherein a small kind of a training probably can boost up multi-skilling. What do you have to say on that? Like I'll take an example. Maruti started
So
making sanitizers and probably face masks. Various companies came up and made face masks. So what about that? The same people making cars, making
can you
masks.
please come again with the last point?
I'm saying that Maruti made sanitizers, masks in their units while they were making previously the cars, and they made mask as well. They were not trained into preparing mask, right? They were trained into automobiles, or maybe any
So
company which might be doing some kind of a telephone manufacturing company, a mobile manufacturing company made masks. How it
even
is
DRDO manufactured the PPE kit.
very good
Yeah.
example. So I think now you are saying that multi-skilling is important.
Uh,
How you differentiate between both of these, the multi-skilling and the excellence point? How you differentiate in this? Can you
So
discuss on
uh,
this?
may I go ahead with this?
Yeah, please go ahead.
So specialization is expertise in a certain kind of work, where you have specialization because you have been doing that work on and on again. And when it comes to multitasking, it is more like you know your job, plus you know other like two or three other uh, talents, you can say, that can help the company in achieving the organizational goals. So that is what multi-skilling and specialization or excellence is. uh,
Aditya?
Yes, sir, I agree with her. Like, multi-scaling actually stands for if you are good at your skills, like the main set skills, which is required in your profession or something. But if you, apart from that, if you're acquiring other skills as well, so that will work for in your favor. That is a multi-scaling. The point is specialization. Specialization is important. I would say mainly important. I really think that. Uh, like in any R&D work, you need to have a deep knowledge. Like I was just referencing that production line to make reference of that in production in doing production line, running production line, you need innovation, and you need multitasking as well. Multi-skilling is important in that, I agree. But in if you're multi-skilled, you will not be able to have a very deeper knowledge in any particular subject. So I think that and to do research in something, it's really different to do some production, the normal running up normal production line. So I think specialization and the particular scaling is important in that scenario, because that requires really deep knowledge, and that can be compensated with a multi-skilled person, because that cannot work that way, I would say.
Hmm. Anything, Priyanka? You want to add on, or you want
Yes,
to?
I want to give like so I want to like cite a personal example here when we talk about multi-skilling and specialization. So it is like my own dad has been specialized in managing his own factory. So now when few years back, due to the business conditions of Punjab, our factory had been shut, kind almost shut, and all the employees had to go back because we were not able to pay their salaries. So what happened, because my dad has no other skill rather than just accounting and business knowledge, is all that he has. No like specialization in graphic designing or any other thing. So it is very difficult for him to now cope up with the financial crisis already happening, and then now we have COVID to add to it. So it's very difficult for us to manage. So I would say if you have like skills, multi skills, it's not just advantages for the company, but it is also advantages for you, because if one door is closed, you have other doors to go to.
Hmm. That's good. So we are almost 22, 23 minutes. I would request you to probably. Is Pooja there?
No, sir. I believe she's having some bad connectivity issues, so she can't. She's unable to join back.
So I think we have to close down now, and I'll give you another, say, 3 minutes each. I think that would be good to sum up on this points, and then we'll close the session, I think. So now I think let's start
Sorry.
with Priyanka. You spoke first in the starting session. I'll now like Aditya to start first.
So so there's connectivity problem. Can you come again, please?
I am saying now we will end the session with your closing comments.
About the
Can you?
conclusion part.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay,
So I'll give
okay.
you
So
3 minutes
I want to like
to say both of you, and I'll start with Aditya first, and then I'll come to you, Priyanka.
Okay.
okay, sir.
Yeah.
So I would just want to conclude 2 points that uh, like multi-skilling and specialization both are different. It depends. Like if you're choosing for multi-skilling, you are not supposed to do some sort of particular R&D thing or something. Some you should not indulge in something which is research kind of thing, in which you have to create something new. But if you are specialized in something, then you should go ahead and working in that R&D, because in India it's really important for it's really needed actually, because India has a good potential, but due to lack of opportunities around there, uh, and there are certain people as well who are good at, but they choose for abroad. So I think that specialized people should look for R&D work, and should work in particular domain, because they can do well and they can bring something very that could impact the world. And the multi-skilling is really important in normal corporate, and if you're you know normal job, I think so. That is it, because that is important. Yeah.
That's all.
Yes, sir. I think I have said my points, actually, all the points.
So I have almost 1 minute for you again. If you want to add up at the end after Priyanka, you can add up. I gave 3 minutes. I'll give you 3 minutes. Right.
Sure, sir.
So
Sure,
Priyanka,
sir.
we can start with you now.
Sure, sir.
Yeah, please do that.
So I want to like conclude by, yeah, so I want to conclude by giving like 3 4 points where I want to like differentiate between multi-skilling and specialization. So I want to say, like, if we see from the employee's perspective, the multitasking, it reduces the insecurity, like insecurity of job risk. And if we talk about specializations, so it becomes monotonous, and it is simplified. It creates a sense of insecurity among the employees, right? So again, if I talk from an employee's point of view, by multitasking, I'll have better job opportunities, and I will not be confined to like one profile, right? And if when I talk about specialization, uh, the workforce is very rigid there. The kind of work is also really rigid. Then from if I talk from company's perspective, I will say that the company will have a flexible workforce for sure, and it will serve them for a longer period of time, so the employee turnover ratio cost will also be cut, which is an advantage for the company. And if we talk about from the company's perspective and specialization, employees will be confined to their own field, and will again be there'll be absenteeism, and there'll be like uh, hard to like show up. So it will increase the cost of employee turnover. And the last point that I want to say is that multitasking gives satisfaction to employee as well as to the company, right? And you have diversified and increasing skill sets. You get to learn, you get to expose yourself to a lot of new things, which is great. And your motivation also boosts up because of that. And if we talk about specialization, they stick to their own fields, and so they have nothing new to learn about. And so therefore it's like a lot of boredom, and the same thing, like a lot of boredom, and they will not really want to like they are also reluctant if they have to like get into a new technology. So that is one drawback of specialization, that if you have something new updated, you cannot really get into that because you're reluctant to uh, uh, you're reluctant to exposure, right? So, and if I would say the specialization is needed, it is definitely, it brings efficiency and proficiency. So efficiency, specialization is needed in the operational level of management, I would say. And if we talk about higher level or middle level of management, I think multi-skilling does the work.
Thank you so much.
That's about it.
Very well summed up. Yes, Aditya, you have 1 minute, I
Thank you, sir.
think, still left. Very strategically put up. 1 minute is still left for you.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Uh,
I
See,
Okay, okay,
I
okay.
yeah,
let's
I just
let's
want to
take
say,
30 seconds, please.
okay, okay. Just I want to say that specialization is not a boredom thing. I would say it's really interesting. If you just go in deeper in any subject, you will find many various application of that. If you just go for if you're a physicist, if you start working in material science, that is that is something very interesting. If you just start working, because it's numerous application. If you study it, you will find various application in that. So definitely specialization has its own fun and its own enjoyment, I would say. There's no doubt. And if you just see multitasker, it's their own domain. Like that would be that will in you just said that in case of recession that would be beneficial. I would say yeah, it's correct. But and but we can't compare both the things. Actually, I think that both skill set is different. Like specialization is meant for something else, and multitasker is something something else they should assign, I would say.
Okay.
May I speak?
Okay. Priyanka, we have
Yeah.
already
So, like you said, they are different, and
Priyanka,
that
we
is
have
how I
already.
concluded it. That specialization.
I think
Sorry, sir.
we have given. I think we have given you the concluding comments you have already given. We have given you 3 minutes. You concluded very well as Aditya, who has concluded very well, right? So I think we can stop the session right now. I think it was a very good,
Sure.
intriguing session, and to sum it up, uh, multi-skilling is important to companies where there would be a lot of jobs which are of same nature jobs, right? But if there are companies which are having some kind of machineries to work with, some kind of say laboratories to work with, I cannot probably put a production person into an R&D and probably ask that person to innovate on some product. So let's that is an excellence part. But you know that when we had a recession, I think in 2008, uh, and now again we are going to have a recession. We've almost lost many jobs. So what will happen is you will have lot of startups, and in these times these startups are uh, considered, they come out very well, because the cost of say operating is very less, but they give good excellence to their customers, right? But you're understanding what I'm trying to say. You
Yes,
might
sir.
have multi-skilling, you might have a team which is multi-skilled and cut down on the operating cost, and hence you give your customers, without say probably divulging on any quality terms, but giving your customers a cost of or a cost price or a selling price which is far less what they would have probably incurred when they were good times, right? So you
Yes.
had just take an example, very small example, when the government said that you cannot say sell the sanitizers 100 ml, I think for what, 50 rupees or something. Before that, the cost of those sanitizers was soaring high, right? The facial masks which you're talking about, the surgical mask, 10 rupees. Now the government has said, now at that point in time people bought it for 50 rupees, right? But now you understand why these cappings are done by the government, because the cost of production is very less, because of the multi-skilling of people. They might be doing some other jobs, they might have handled this and made it. So the cost of salary is input cost is not there at all, right? But they are manufacturing something else, right? So this is what I wanted to say, right? Thank you so much, and I
Thank you,
hand
sir.
it over to
Thank you.
organizer.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, Mayank sir. It was, I would say, this group discussion was more of an insightful group discussion. With respect to the topic that we had. We had some great points. Unfortunately, Pooja, who was there, she couldn't join back. She was having some technical issues. But the best part was that despite we had only two people, we had points gushing in from everywhere, and we had a detailed and thorough group discussion. So, Aditya, Priyanka, thank you so much once again, for being a part of the zonal rounds once again, for participating in the grid. And Mayank sir, it was an honor to have you on the channel, sir. So, thank you so much, sir, for being as in moderating our group discussion, sir.
Pleasure.
So, guys, without me taking much time, I would lastly go back to the audience. So, guys, now the responsibility is yours. So, if you're watching the group discussion right now and you're live at the same point in time, or probably for the people who are late joining in the video and you're looking at it right now, so the opportunity is now. So, You guys have helped these guys, Priyanka and Aditya, to move up the ladder. Now it's again the thing goes back in your kitty. You have to help them again. Support your favorite participant. Vote for them so that they can climb up the ladder and they can move up the ladder and become the Great Indian Discussions Championships winner. So, look, I am really intrigued as to how we are going forward. So, really looking forward to your support. So, if you like the group discussion, give it a big thumbs up. If you liked your favorite participant, mention their names in the comment section so that we can grab their votes. If you like our channel, give it a big like. And at the same point in time, stay tuned because we are definitely going to come up with the new set of winners on the Great Indian Discussion. So, lastly, thank you once again. Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you, Aditya. Thank you, Mayank. Once again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
SafeJob is an AI-powered job preparedness platform. It is the latest edtech platform released by SafeEducate.
BFSI sector in India will need an additional 1.6 million skilled workforce by 2022.
The report says that people with the right skill set are very likely to get jobs as the service desk analyst and technicians.
The roles of logistics are to provide the right product in right quantity, at the right place, at right time, in right cost to the customer.
E-commerce sites have become more popular these days, due to which demand of data entry services has increased.
Customer service executive plays a critical role in providing an interface between the customers and the client's company. There are various career options available in this industry.
It is a platform for students, by students.
This is your dost Smart Sid.
I'm Paras Narula.
My name is Varang.
You are watching SafeJob and I am your host Grace.
Be a part of the SafeJob family because as we say, job hai to rob hai.